He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They go to the ground. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Manning. Release to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To throw, it's Nussmeier. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Quick completion on the out route. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their...
Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The give out of the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll keep it on the ground, fighting off the defender. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
To the air, it's Manning. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. At the 35, he's got more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Complete to the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning on the Jets. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st down for this offense. Going up top again. Pulls it in. It's Durham. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that lap...
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. They're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up. Watch out for them in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Quickly complete. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll immediately call timeout.
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups, and I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football.
Lots of running room. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Let's go. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Here's a heat. Trying to set up the screen. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Gives it on the option. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it the other way.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Total weather, and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The option. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups, even though that one...
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick-6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Discards him with a stiff arm. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. Got to stop.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw. It's Manning. It's complete to the left. They get him on the ground and... we'll head to the second quarter.
South Carolina, 21, Texas, 0.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Back to throw. It's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. looking for a man. It's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Defense in press coverage. They just keep firing. Going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Now the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over. Field, his third interception of the day.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return,
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He rifles one deep to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half.
South Carolina, 27, Texas, 0.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. But the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Find some fresh air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Oh, they're after him. Got it.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Moving away from pressure. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.